Kishor, welcome to the show. Always a pleasure to speak to you at NDTV Profit. My first question coming to you is with regards to the expectation that the second quarter could be weak, where the organic revenue could decline on a sequential basis, versus an earlier expectation that was one of the reasons why the markets reacted the way they did. Yes, a potential knee-jerk reaction because the quantum that the stock slid was really high as compared to the expectation. Your initial comments?
So first, I would like to reiterate that we are in a blackout period. I will not make any statement about any numbers or anything, but I would reiterate that what we have given in terms of how the year will pan out, what we will be actually at the end of the last quarter, and we stick with that. So there is nothing which has happened differently than what we have said.
Okay, so anything that you've heard from your investors as to why this kind of a knee-jerk reaction in yesterday's session?
I mean, I guess there was a selling buy on some counter. We don't know any. I mean, even I'm traveling currently, but anyway, otherwise also we don't know. Our team also doesn't know. Must be some of the institutional investor have exited. I think that might have put the pressure in terms of in terms of buying selling.
Mr. Patil, in the past couple of quarters, of course, Mahima also joining in. In the past couple of quarters, we've seen the kind of pressure that has been there on a lot of IT names, right? Just want to understand as to whether you're seeing early signs of demand recovery, and if yes, is that across clients and verticals, or are there specific segments where you're seeing demand recovery in?
I think I can only reiterate what I mentioned. I think we believe there will be shoots of growth going forward in quarter three and later is what we have said, and I think that's what we do believe that that's how it will be, and that's how it. I am not very authentically can talk about the industry, but probably. Maybe true.
Okay. Kishor, the other question I have for you is, a couple of brokerage notes. I'm sure you've gone through what a JP Morgan has come out and said, what a Goldman Sachs has come out and said on the back of the fall, where everyone is of the opinion that probably this is an opportunity to lap up and buy a KPIT Technologies. But a clear commentary that comes out from them is that investors will have to be patient to generate returns, and there's a potential for FY26 to be a washout year, though they believe the stock from here will be a show-me stock. That's very interesting commentary that brokerages have put out. What would you have to say on it?
There is one comment I have is if you look at KPIT, I mean, there are many ups and downs, almost last 20 years, you look at it, different part. Our stock performance has been pretty good over 3 to 4 years, if not outstanding in some cases. So it's always a question of time. We always say that don't look at anything short term. So I would say that the way company is positioned overall and is, anything in the medium term, looking at the positioning in the market, what we can do to the mobility industry. I think they have to take a view on that.
Last and final question to you. They mentioned that, KPIT will need to really prove it, that they can do it on a sequential basis by giving out the revenue growth and closing large deal wins. In your first answer, you mentioned that you're not deviating from the guidance that you've given. So if everything is on track, will KPIT be able to prove to the investors?
I mean, we have said what we have said, and I think from the fundamentally, we believe our fundamentals are good. Industries are uncertain, but for now, we have said what we have said. We will be in a position to deliver on what we have said recently.
Got it. All right, Ms. Kishore. Thank you so much for joining us at NDTV. Always a pleasure to speak to you, and I think we should connect with you immediately as soon as the numbers are out to understand what is in store and what KPIT has promised. They're saying they would deliver. It's very interesting because if you see the stock as well, Mahima, it's actually turned negative for the month of September. 4 consecutive sessions of decline that we saw in terms of KPIT, and positive monthly returns have come in only in 2 months. That's the month of March and the month of May. If you have to look at 2025 as a year, it's the worst single day fall that KPIT saw in yesterday's session in the last 12 months as well. And it's down over 14% in October 2024. So that was the last time when it saw a 14% single day fall. The highest one that did come in yesterday's session, which is nearly exactly after kind of a year. So interesting dynamics when you talk about a KPIT Tech, and taking the way KPIT Tech's business is into consideration, there could be green shoots coming in because of the revival that we are seeing in the auto demand. The kind of work that KPIT does with OEMs, that is the crux and majority of the revenue potential as well. So probably this is something that we should consider from here on. So that's with regards to KPIT.